heartbreaking defeat to the old Spartans last Saturday, 33-37. We blow a 16-point lead and lose the game. Unreal, dude. Unfreaking real. Still don't even believe it. Is this real life? What are we doing? Unreal. Oh, we started off on fire too, Andrell Anthony comes out and just starts balling. First play, pretty much from scrimmage, just freaking takes it to the crib. On 3rd and 5, I believe it was. You couldn't have started any better. And, we really could have put it to Sparty. Just missed opportunities. Wheel route to Bell, I want to say in like the 2nd or 3rd possession that we had, drops the ball. Probably was going to be a touchdown. You go up 14-0. Then, of course, the fumble that we recovered for a touchdown. They call it a touchdown. And then now when your shin's down, you're down. Okay. Very inconsistent. The refereeing definitely wasn't good. I'll say that. But I will also say we blew a 16-point lead. I think I'm more concerned about that than the refs. We did good in the air. We did great in the air. This was by far Cade's best game as a Michigan Wolverine. 28 for 44, 383 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. We kind of slowed down Sparty's air game, but they didn't really need to use it because K9-3 was freaking going off. 23 carries, 197 yards, and 5 tutters, which we didn't limit the big plays, man. So that sucked. Big time. Like, big time. It's almost like when you're watching it, it was just like, we gonna stop him? Like, we gonna do something? And I will say this, and I don't like ripping on these guys and stuff, man, but like Brad Hawkins, man, you've been here for like 20 years, and angles are still bad and tackling. Like, watch the tape, man. It's just like, holy cow. Just huge bummer, dude. And it's not all on him, but still, I mean, even, we have a chance, like the two-point conversions, like, were we even trying? Like, just so crazy to me, man. Like, that's all we had to do is just stop him on one of those, and we were looking really good to coasting. Even though this had to have been game of the year, it had to have been, unless you want to put, like, Oklahoma and Texas on there, which is kind of whatever, but or Texas A&M beating Alabama, which that might be everybody's favorite, but this game set a record for viewers. What was it, 9 million? Over 9 million? Correct me if I'm wrong. I will say this, though, like Michigan's offense, we look great, man. We should have really kept it in the air towards the end instead of getting so conservative and running the ball too much when Cade was just playing out of his mind and they couldn't stop it. And unfortunately with JJ, the fumbles, I don't know how I feel about it. I guess Cade was in the medical tent when that was going on the last one. I don't think he played bad, and I know people are going to rip about the 2-quarterback thing or whatever. I don't even know how I feel about it. Especially after seeing Cade go out there and play the way he did. You can tell he's a competitor and he's not going to back down, and I respect the hell out of that. And everybody else should too, man. I mean, the guy's a leader. He's putting in work. You can tell people respect him, and that's part of being the quarterback. And I think people respect JJ as well. I know there's like rumblings in the media and stuff like, oh, is JJ going to transfer, all this stuff? And for the haters ripping on JJ for fumbling the ball, like, you guys are just dumb as hell. Like, just shit it. And, we'll see how we bounce back here against Indiana tonight at 7:30. Shouldn't be an easy game. I'm expecting Michigan to come out a little flat just from years past, but then also you add in the leadership that we have from the players on this team, and part of me thinks they're not going to come out flat, but, the past is a good indication of the future. Just like that game, man, once they're started to come back, I was like, dude, are we really going to see some more Sparty magic, and we're going to shit the bed here. Excuse my language, but and that's exactly what had happened. Oh, it was a tough pill to swallow. But I'm over it. You just go out and have a few beers, or if you're like me, you have a lot of beers after that game. And you forget about it. We still have a chance to go to the Big Ten title if certain things fall our way. Sparty's got a tough game today against Purdue. I kind of forget about Purdue, and then everybody I'm talking to like, yeah, Purdue's good. I personally think Sparty's going to roll them, but they're only 2.5-point favorites against the spoiler makers. They'll be beating that drum, and we have to just win out. Let's just control our own destiny. This is the easiest way to do it, and we have a chance. We just need to build some momentum going into that last game against Ohio State, and that starts tonight against Indiana. So we just can't come out flat. We're at home, under the lights. Let's keep the momentum going, because that was on Saturday evening. We came up with a loss. It was one of the most exciting games I've watched Michigan play in quite a while. Just offensively, anything. Like, the play calling was great, besides being so conservative and just always kicking field goals when we're in the red zone, because you got to score touchdowns, man. Like, especially in college football, you have to score. Unless your defense is just absolutely phenomenal. Which our defense played pretty good for the most part, but just couldn't stop Walker, man. And like I said in the previous episode of this, is that he's my Heisman, and then after that game, I'm pretty sure it rocketed him up to the favorite. I'm not sure where he was ranked before that game, but he's far and away the leader now. I mean, you have a good game against Purdue today, and I mean, K9's walking himself into a Heisman trophy. So, and it's a rough look for Jimmy. If Sparty goes to the Big Ten championship game, and I would have to say whoever's coming from, if it's Ohio State, us, or Michigan State, they should beat the other team. It's probably going to be Minnesota pretty handedly. Maybe not by a lot of points, but, they should just win the game. If State comes out here and wins the freaking Big Ten championship and goes to the playoffs in Mel Tucker's second year, not a good look for Jimmy. But he also deserves it as well. You can't be blowing a 16-point lead and against your rival, man. We could have really, really, really got the hype train just freaking rolling with a win like that. And stop blaming it on the refs, man. We were still up. Like, I get it. Like, the officiating was bad and it was terrible, and definitely a lot of things didn't go our way, but, if just can't blow a 16-point lead, man. You got to score two 2-point conversions, man. All you got to do is stop them one. Like, that's it. And just be aggressive, man. But another good thing is, Andrell Anthony looked super, super good. We needed somebody to step up, because I don't think Cornelius Johnson's really kind of fulfilling that role. Drops a lot of balls, man. His body language is bad. What sucks, I had high expectations for him coming into the year, but hey, if somebody's stepping up, I know everybody's like, well, why was Anthony not out there earlier and stuff? Well, he's young, and I guess Jim Harbaugh was saying, they're bringing him along, and that was his breakout game, man. He got his chance, and he did it against his hometown team, but still came up short. Another good highlight too, man. As much as people want to rip on JJ for the fumble and stuff, I tell you what, when he threw that ball to Anthony for a touchdown, I jumped out of my seat. I almost jumped out of the freaking roof of the house, dude. Like, that was awesome. And just him and Cade both were zipping the ball around super good, man. And it's it's good for the future, and hopefully JJ doesn't, transfer out. I know there's a lot of people talking about that, but as I stated before, I don't think he's the type of dude to really do that. And I get that all these people are competitors and stuff too, but it's also a business, and you yourself is a business. So if I'm a quarterback too, and you know that you're good, you don't have to start your freshman year or even your sophomore year. Like, you can come out there just once on your junior year, ball out if you're that confident in your abilities, and you can get paid. So you're getting all banged up and all that stuff, and you're coasting right into a nice big payday or maybe the number one pick. And I could see that happening, with a JJ type person, and it could happen with JJ. And I'm not sure what other quarterbacks would be coming out around his age, but I mean, if it's like something that's like this quarterback class we have this year coming out, like look at that guy from Pittsburgh. I forget his name. I'm sorry, but he's done so much for his draft stock. Like, he's probably gonna be the number one quarterback taken in this draft, because there's really, they got a bunch of them. The media always hypes up a couple of these guys and stuff, but I just don't think they'll ever fit that bill. Like Zach Wilson, nothing against the guy, but I just don't think he's gonna fit that bill of the number 2 pick. But I could be wrong. Only time will tell. But that's just my analysis of it, and it is what it is. So if I'm JJ, I'm looking like, hey man, I'll sit behind Cade for a bit. But it's also interesting to see what Cade does too, because he's got that extra year from last year because he was a freshman, but it was a COVID year, so that doesn't count. So it's just kind of backing up the room a little bit. We had a nice plan going, or a good future ahead of us for quarterbacks, and I don't know, man, it's gonna be interesting. So tonight, 7:30, let's get back in the hype train. I'll fill up the caboose with some nice hot coals, baby. We're going to get this train rolling again, because we can't give up. And as fans, quit hating on these people, man. At least don't be DMing them and stuff. Talk to your friends. We need these people sharp, dude. We don't need people hating on them and all that jazz. So, let's get a big win against. I'm sure Cade and them are going to have to start throwing the ball again tonight against Indiana, because I don't think they're going to let us really run all over them, because that's what they wrapped up K9, Kenneth Walker, pretty well. I think he had 80-some yards that game, and no touchdown. So we'll see, man. But go blue. Let's get back on the train, baby!